here you are.
Yeah.
Now, who are some of the people that maybe influenced you in the early days to really make that decision? It's like you went with it full force, you know? It was like, no question.
Yeah.
So like, were there people that really stood out for you in your career, either winemakers, sommeliers, retailers, that you thought, they've got to figure it out. I want a piece of that.
Yeah. You know, it was the first day, it was at Burgundy Wine Company.
Okay.
Really.
So a great retailer in Chelsea, I believe. Is that where they're located?
Yeah, they're in Chelsea now, but they used to be in the West Village, right on the same block as the Spotted Pig.
And several great wine people come out of there. In terms of writers and.
Yeah. It was Bruce Anderson, Andrea Immer, the guys who started Italian Wine Merchants.
Oh, really? See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were there. I mean, just like a long list of really important wine people.
And you felt
gone through those. And that's all it was.
This was the deal.
Dude, it was the vibe of that place. And when I first went there for the interview, I looked at it. I was like, "What is this?"
Simple.
It was.
Farmhouse style.
It was like it was like an office. It wasn't even a wine shop.
Okay.
It looked like a travel agency. And then, you know, and as soon as I walked in, I was like, "There's no way I'm taking this job."
Sure.
And then I sat down with the owner and we talked about wine. And she seemed very interesting. And then they were like, "Why don't you just come, stay for the day, and check it out and see how see how it feels." And the way that it was, and it was like non-committal, totally. And the way they were talking about wine, I had never heard anyone talk about wine like that.
What are some of the things that came out? I mean, you know, passion is a word that gets overused a lot, I think, in business. But I mean, what was the deal? You felt like there was a real engagement with the subject?
Yeah. The understanding of wine was on a level that was primal.
Right.
And it wasn't over intellectualized.
Sure.
It was like, dude, this is the bomb.
Right.
And this is why.
Sure.
And that for me was like
cutting through
all
the layers and just getting to like
to the essence of what it was.
Like you want this experience.
Right. And for someone getting into the business, that was really like manna from heaven. That's exactly what I wanted at that time.
Sure.
I wanted to really feel the wine in a visceral way. You know, definitely bringing the intellectual side of it, but more connecting it from my heart. Mm-hmm. And then going from there into the intellectual side.
It wasn't like they were trying to talk over the subject. They were like here, and they loved it too, and they brought you into that.
Yes, and that was the best. That was the step that really put me here today.
Put you in.
Oh yeah.
But you also did harvest in Burgundy.
Right. Well, that was through Burgundy Wine Company.
Through Burgundy Wine Company.
Yeah, because I met people from the Domaine d'Arlot who were very good friends with the owner of Burgundy Wine Company, and they hooked me up with getting my foot in the door to work there. And it could have been, you know, a month.
Sure.
But for me, it ended up being 2 years. Because I just stayed
look at that.
Yeah.
And that was during one of the hottest vintages on record, so you had to really want it, right?
Yeah,
you were there for 03 harvest.
Well, I was there for 02 and 03.
Wow, so that's a real study in contrast.
Yeah, it was great.
I see you got out after 03. You're like, maybe not.
Time to go back to New York.
Yeah.